geeky side.
Geeky people.
Computer geeks, stuck in a basement somewhere, doing lots of coding and never seeing the light of day.
The IT industry is definitely very, very diverse. The different people that I've met along the way that have surprised me, from the really timid girl in the corner who I find out is actually a massive code breaker and she's writing loads of code and developing apps, to a guy who I'd think would be a coder. And actually, it turns out he works in marketing. There's all ages, races, everything here under one roof. It's incredible.
Some people would say they want to be nurses or astronauts or whatever. I never had any idea what I wanted to do.
I think it's an incredibly exciting time in technology in general, especially with the rise of mobile. And I just think that it's a really fast-moving industry, but I think that's something that makes it possible for women to move fast, catch up. You know, you can actually come into computer science.
We've partnered with the Tech Shop and with Intel to develop a Young Makers program for middle school girls. The girls have created inventions that they've designed from the beginning to the end, and they're learning to use technology as a tool to build them.
Unicorn mug, you guys are on laser cutter.
They're 3D printing, they're programming with Intel Galileos, they're working with LEDs to create rainbows. Kids have endless ideas, and the maker movement allows them to really pursue those ideas.
My name is Tracy Chow and I am a software engineer. A few years ago, I published a post on Medium calling for just transparency on diversity data, not actually expecting that anybody would release their numbers, and was very pleasantly surprised to see not just small companies starting to talk about their numbers, but large companies like Google publishing holistic diversity data reports. Even if people didn't intend to make me feel out of place because of my gender, there's always just a little bit of this feeling that gender mattered and that it was cute or interesting that I was a female engineer. I don't know what it was about Pinterest, but I didn't have that feeling when I joined. And it wasn't something I could have articulated before. My friend, he had a good sense of what I could do, and that was not clouded by the same imposter syndrome that I was feeling, where I didn't believe in myself and didn't think that was going to be a field for me. So he pushed me into it because he felt that I could do it and it would be fun for me. Probably my biggest successes have been in helping to scale Pinterest to where it is today. I was part of a very small, early team, and the product had a lot of traction and it was growing, but it did take a lot of engineering work to get it to where it is now. Pinterest was the first place where I walked in and felt like I was treated as an engineer and not a female engineer. And that was one of the most mind-blowing things, because having been in school and going to industry events, I never felt that I was so empowered just to go do awesome stuff.